All right. Let's see. Welcome to the stream. Can you guys hear us? See if you guys can hear us. We got Mr. Joshua in chat. Jamie Odell's here. Sorry for the delay. I've been watching a game, the Heat versus the Wizards. As you know, it's a historic night. Bam. How do you pronounce the last name?
Bam Banjo.
Banjo. 78 points. 76 points. Still 5 minutes left. I think Jerry and I did a baseball stream the other day. Did you see that thing? I sent you a link to the Czechia pitcher.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but it was pretty funny.
It's pretty amazing. The guy is an electrician.
Yeah,
and he held
cool.
Japan scoreless, 4 2/3 innings. 4 2/3 innings.
He struck out Shohei.
He struck out Shohei last World Baseball Classic. So Shohei didn't play the other night because they had already clinched. But yeah, he struck out Shohei the last time they played. The guy is literally an electrician, and he only plays baseball during the World Series, World Baseball Classic. We had a couple guys show up. BYL Pickle was on stream. So was Dr. Midnight. How's the audio, chat? I have a new audio thing. Uh-oh, he's taking a 3. He's tired. He was trying to pick up the foul there. Can you guys hear the audio from the game?
I hear it in the background. Okay. But not I can't really make it out what's being said.
I mean, the Wizards aren't necessarily going away, but the score is 141 to 119. I'd say the game is pretty much over. They're still keeping Bam in the game. They just lobbed it down to him in the low post. Another one and a foul. They're going for 80 plus. I think they might go for 100. 76 points. I mean, he could go for 100 or 90. I'd say if he goes for a 90.
Nah, they'll start fouling him in
14 points. If he makes this free throw, it's 76. 77. 77. That's 77. 5 more to beat Kobe. Come on. Let's do that. 5 more to beat Kobe. That'll be sweet. I mean, the most points is what? 100 points, Will Chamberlain. But that game in itself is slightly disputed in that era, there wasn't, he just pulled up for a 3. Get the rebound. Kick it back out to him. And 1. He's tired.
I'd still take Will Chamberlain over Bam Adebayo any day.
Wow. So I think I read a little bit about that Will Chamberlain game, in that the Will Chamberlain game, back then they didn't have statisticians, or it was basically he was playing like a sub team, and it was like an afternoon game or something, and there was not that they didn't keep stats, that they didn't have video. There's no video footage of the game. So
you think he cheated?
No, I mean, it's just it was a different era back then. The NBA.
Yeah, they weren't launching 3-pointers every 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, and there were no 3-pointers. So let me finish this. Daredevil while we're waiting for the end of the game. Historic night, and then we're gonna do John Stewart. So I think we're gonna. What do you guys feel about? We can kind of break this down into two episodes. I can do one drawing of the Jon Stewart comic book version, and then do a second version of Jon Stewart, the actor, the likeness. So, what would you guys like to see first? And please say the comic
You're
book.
Jon Stewart.
Please say the comic book version, because doing likenesses
Yeah.
is hard.
Comic book version, man. Seriously.
James Cole was in chat. That Stewart Fairchild Grand Slam was so cool. Yes. Golf Boy Sunday, welcome. Good to see you, Golf Boy Sunday. Your Jimbo's in chat. Well, Jerry, how do you feel about like doing like some more live streaming sports games? Are you into it or not really into it?
I mean, I'm open to it, but I don't know how often I'll get to,
Right.
It's easier when my wife is out of town.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on the schedule, but because we got Sean. Did you want to Sean doesn't necessarily want to do any sports stuff, but we got the March Madness coming up, plus then the NBA. But the NBA still has a little bit of time before they go into the playoffs. Playoffs aren't until what, May or June?
I think that's about right. That sounds right.
Okay, so they just showed a stat here. Kobe Bryant, 81 points. They're keeping Bam in the game. They're 2 minutes, 47 seconds left. He's got 77. He's going to need 5 points. So they're obviously going for that record. All right, here we go. Heat has the ball. They moved it past half court. Huh? Bam's got it at the top of the key. They're triple teaming him. He just shot a three. Oh, it's too short. Air ball. We got the rebound. Get it back to him. Get it back to him.
He's got to stop shooting threes. They need to set just more screens for him and try to find easier shots.
All right, let's get. Oh, he's coming to the. Oh, there he goes. He cut to the basket. He got fouled. They're triple teaming him. Yeah, the Wizards are.
That's what they got to do. Get him fouled. Get him to the foul line.
So we are. Everybody's in on it. He's going to go try to break Kobe's record. 82. He gets these 2 free throws, he'll be at 79. So,
lots of good sketch films.
We got the Daredevil sketch going on. The lights are. Anyways.
Bernard, I don't really hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Oh, okay, there you are.
Okay. There's something, my iPhone got a new update, and that new update somehow turns the iPhone into the microphone now for the computer. So I don't know if that makes it sound better.
It's a Fletch plan.
Quite possibly. I think you missed it, Sean. Or were you here, Sean? We're talking about maybe jumping onto Noble Mobile. Andrew Yang's newest. Were you here last time we talked about that? When did we talk about that?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, because he has a mobile plan where if you don't use your points or your data, you get money back. And if you get money back, also, or they reinvest it into a dividend for you. So you actually make money. You make money if you don't use your cell phone.
I don't see why companies do that. They're just leaving a lot of money on the table, being generous.
No, well, like the money, if you don't use it, because they piggyback off. All right, he's got 78. One more free throw is at 79. I'm just this reminds me of when I was playing in college. Our last game as a senior, 79. He's got 79. Bobby Fuller was on the team. He was scoring He was basically to break the school scoring record. He had to score 42 points against Cooper Union, and so I was basically telling everybody, don't shoot unless you got a wide open layup. Nobody's shooting the ball except for Bobby, and he ended up getting 42 to break the school scoring record by 1 point. So it's difficult just to score 42. Bam's at 79 right now. I mean, you're literally exhausted. You don't think so. You don't think it would be, but throwing up that many shots and running up and down the court and playing defense, it's very tiring. So, anyways, we're jumping back and forth between...
This is like your Instagram. It's half art and half basketball.
Half art, half basketball.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about the Lanterns trailer. I know we talked about it a little bit while we watched the World Baseball Classic, but I guess we should wait until you start drawing Jon Stewart. Huh?
Well, we can talk about it now. Well, maybe I'll just start Jon Stewart then. I need to finish this.
I mean, what did everybody think of the Lanterns trailer?
I was thinking we can watch the Lanterns trailer after this game is done.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Let me
You didn't see it?
You haven't seen it, Sean? Oh!
Yeah.
They called another foul. I think he was shooting a 3, so are they going to give him 3 shots? A minute 37 left. Now, if you're on the Wizards, at this point, do you just let him get it? I mean, I think you're still playing hard, right? You're still playing hard.
You don't want to be.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the record books.
All the highlights and everything.
80 points. Got 80 points. This is it. This is a career-defining moment. We're all watching this. 81. He's tied Kobe's record, 81. Now let's topple Kobe. Come on. And this is a center. And,
he's literally going to be in the record book. Like talked about this record for decades.
Well, I don't know who's going to score. When did Kobe score 81?
No, but like even Kobe's still going to be talking like every time someone gets up to like 60 points, they're going to bring up the list of high point scorers. You know what I mean?
But
it's going to be Will Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, but Adebayo will be number 2 now, behind Will Chamberlain's 100.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy.
They need to get him to. He needs to break it.
Records were meant to be broken.
Now they're triple teaming him at half court.
Good. Foul him. Send him to the line.
They fouled another guy.
So weak.
They fouled another guy. Now the other guy has to go to the free throw line. This is historic. If you guys are watching this, this is a moment in history that'll go on for the rest of our lives. So Kobe scored 81 and see right now, if I was Keyshawn Johnson shooting the free throw, I'd miss it because Bam is on the right side, lined up on the box. Miss it to the right, Bam will get the rebound, put it back in. You'll break the record off of your shot. There he goes. He tried to miss it. They held him. He tried to purposely miss it to the right so that Bam could get the rebound and put it back.
What channel is this game on? I feel like I got
NBA TV.
I got that.
If you got NBA TV, you got to put it on. There's a minute something left. You're going to watch him break the record. I don't think he'll get to 100, but he'll topple Kobe's record at least. I think Keyshawn Johnson should have like tried to shoot it a little bit softer. He tried to basically throw it off the rim. There's a
They
whole
put
art.
the game on TNT.
They put it on TNT. There you go. See how
Yeah,
historic
just
this moment
because,
is. If you turn on the TNT heater on red. Okay. They're trying to get the ball. They need to get the ball past. Oh. They're double teaming the inbounds pass against Bam. They need to just get Bam down past the court. I guess what they're going to do is.
Oh, because they're just going to foul the first guy.
Yeah, they're going to foul the other guy and then send the other guy to the line. There he is. They got him the ball. He's going down court.
Oh.
And he's got the foul. He got the foul call. He's got 2 shots to get 82 and 83.
Like calling the game on radio.
I'm telling you, somebody look it up. When did Kobe break 81? It was, it's got to be like 30 years ago. Or like 20-something years ago.
2006. January 22nd, 2006.
2006, so 20 years ago. He's got 80. He's done it. 82.
That is crazy.
82. One more, 83. Come on, Bam.
He's got 82 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. That is freaking wild.
And this guy has been a Heat lifer. He's played on the same team for his whole career. 83. $83.
And where
you take him out now?
Lucky number 13.
You take him out, you let him finish the rest of the game.
Hell no.
He's not coming out.
Let him get one more point.
He's not coming out.
What's the point of sitting him for 1 minute? Let him play it out.
Let him stand. Last man standing on court. Come on. Last man standing.
By the way, he's not coming out again. He's coming out after the first free throw here. But what a incredible.
Kobe wouldn't come out. Seriously.
Oh yeah. Kobe would try to. He's trying to get as much as he can. Yeah.
Heat logo out there, looking around, everyone on their feet.
So here we go. Against the Wizards, the lowly Wizards. I wish we could show this. Oh, they took him out. They're taking him out.
There?
They're taking him out.
This is like watching. All right. Show's gonna end soon.
Oh, they're taking him out.
They're taking him out.
That is so weak.
85 points.
Kobe Bryant wouldn't sit there.
83.
He would sit there and try to get another shot in.
83. Yeah, Kobe tried to get like 2 or 3 more shots in. And he'll yell at you if you don't pass him the ball. 83 points. All right. Wow. Now they got yeah, all right. That's the thing. They took him out. Okay. Wow.
Matthew Crossart has a new account name.
Private Deuce? I think he had that for him.
Private Deuce? Is that a private group?
Private Deuce?
Bernard, we cannot hear you, or at least I cannot.
You cannot hear me?
Yeah.
What about now? How about now?
Can guys?
How about now? How about now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
I think the screen. So I think what's happening right now is that on my phone, because it's being doubled as a microphone, if I switch out of this because someone was texting me, Leland was texting me about the game, and then so I think when I switch to a messaging app, the microphone goes away. I don't know, something weird. All right.
Oh, no. I don't care.
Back to business. Wow, Sean, you have been a part of history. You witnessed history tonight. It'll be another 20 plus years before someone scores 83, 84 points in a game.
All right.
You seem so excited, Sean.
I mean, to score that in a video game is even difficult. He's doing it live. Anyways, all right, let's pull up the Can we do the can we show YouTube on this? I guess a YouTube Green Lantern trailer. So Sean has not seen this.
Yeah, where have you been, Sean?
And Sean's on YouTube like every day, so.
Yeah, well, I know though there's been a lot of chatter about it, so I mean, I got to decide for myself. But the Green Lanterns, they got an issue. I'm not sure if it's a huge deal or not, but they can be so many different things. It's like it doesn't really have an identity as a book. There's so many of them, and it could be like a cop drama thing, or it could be like some kind of weird.
I'm sure Ivan Rice, Jeff Johns, they would all appreciate your saying that.
So there's this movie, what's it called? Fury, right? Fury starring Shia LaBeouf. So it's like it's a tank movie. They're in a tank, right? So they stay in a tank, and then all this tank shenanigans happens, and all the way to the end, it's all about a tank. If at any point they got off of the
tank shenanigans?
Oh, tank food. It's a tank movie. Right? But if at any point they got off the tank and got onto an airplane and it became a tank and airplane, then the movie would suck because it lost its identity.
No, then it would become the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, so you know what happened with that franchise. So the thing was that Green Lantern doesn't really have an identity. Like you can do so many takes. So you make a movie out of it, and people say, "Hey, where's the space horror aspect?" Well, this is a different. You can't satisfy everyone, and it's hard to judge because Green Lanterns can be so many different things.
All right, here we go.
Well,
are you guys ready? We're gonna watch. This is gonna be like 2 minutes. So
exciting.
All right, 2 minutes. Let's
With
start
all due
playing it
respect,
now.
we've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says you are. All right.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you. Something is off here. I can feel it.
This is my town. You're a big shot. Noted. But stay the fuck out of my way.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. We both know I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired. Your time is up.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern.
Have you ever talked with the other lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
All right.
So that's how it's like to watch YouTube from Fletcher's Wi-Fi.
Well, because I guess you guys were on a slight delay, huh? Is that what?
Oh, it's slight delay.
How many seconds?
The trailer's still running for me.
Oh, it is. Yeah, this is how life is for Fletch if he's on the internet or on the phone.
So yeah, did they ever go out into space in this trailer?
Not this
No.
trailer. It's I think it's a 8-episode season.
So maybe in a few years.
Well, I'm sure if there's a cosmic component, it might be towards. This looks like it's all set up. Although there were a couple scenes later on that seems like maybe it's later, maybe a couple episodes down. But here's a shot of the Green Lantern suit. This is the second time I've watched the trailer. It's interesting. A couple notes. Well, I guess a lot of people are talking about the suit. I don't have an issue with it. It looks kind of old and old, like worn. There's like a lot of brown or leather to it. I guess it's just kind of maybe, is that Hal Jordan's suit? I did see something online where I think Jon Stewart is actually wearing the suit at some point. I don't know if it's AI or if it's an actual clip. And then I did notice that at the end when they're talking in the car, when Jon Stewart's asking Hal Jordan, have you seen all the other cosmic lanterns? And Hal says he's the only human Green Lantern, which then makes me ask, where's the Guy
before
Gardner?
Superman.
Yeah, the Guy Gardner from Superman. How does that place? Is it the same universe? Is it the same world? Is this a story that takes place in the past?
Well, maybe the writer just made a little mistake.
I don't think they made a mistake. I mean,
And no one checked it.
all of this stuff is pretty tight. Well, maybe, but I think it's pretty tightly woven. I do think it's. I am interested in watching this. I think one of the questions brought up too that I see online is like the scale. Is there a cosmic component? Sean kind of talked a little bit about it earlier. Thoughts, gentlemen? What are your thoughts?
Yes, thinking of the Green Lantern Corps in general, you never really think of them as small town crime fighters. Now I understand that they're training Jon Stewart here, so that's why he's not in space. But it still feels a little small. I'm sure it'll be okay, and I'm sure at some point they'll get to space, and it'll probably be pretty amazing. But just based off the trailer alone, because that's what we're doing, right? Based off the trailer alone, it seems a little small. Not bad, just a little small.
So you're talking about like the scale, basically. What you're reacting to is the scale of the.
Yeah, I'm not looking for True Detective with the Green Lantern. That should be. This story could have been Huntress and Nightwing, not Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Okay, that's fair enough. Sean?
Well, I mean, I think I like things that are like a take like this where it's very grounded. There's probably gonna be a lot more character stuff, but I mean, I'll admit that when I think of the Green Lantern, that costume has like that emerald color, right? It's like one of the brightest greens out there. Got that glow around them because they're breathing in space, and there's freaking Kilowog and all those crazy aliens around. So it does feel kind of small. It's like a top drama.
Like you don't watch a Guardians of the Galaxy movie to watch a small time, detective story in freaking Kansas. You watch Guardians of the Galaxy because you want to see some intergalactic stuff. So that's just my own thing. I'm sure it'll be okay. Okay, but again, this should have been a Nightwing Huntress story, if you ask me.
Interesting. What about chat? How does chat feel about this? I do get the small scaleness of it. It reminds me. I think. Again, I like Peacemaker. Have you guys watched Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Now, Peacemaker is, another. DC seems to do TV shows very well. What they're trying to do is, I guess, revive some of the bigger tentpole films. But the TV show component, this taking place in a small town, I did have that a slight sense of that. I drew Green Lantern Corps for 2 years. almost I think
Wow,
a little over 2 years.
That's amazing.
Sean drew a couple of those issues, and every issue was an intergalactic kind of battle. And the one thing that I got from that run, the writer kept trying to write these epic stories, with these thousands of. I just can't. I mean, I have like PTSD from drawing that series.
Yeah, that was a nightmare.
And let me, for example, like one episode in one panel, that's like 1 of 5 on a page. One of the things was like we're in this alien arena, outdoor arena, kind of like a Roman gladiator arena. And he's like, and there's thousands and thousands of people there, and all of like thousands of different races, alien races, and thousands of different uniforms and costumes and I'm just reading this. I'm like,
I'm not being paid thousands and thousands of dollars.
What reality do we live in, right? That I'm expected to draw this, and it's one panel to set up this whole, because I mean it's kind of crucial in a sense for that scene, but that scene was also like maybe I think like 3 or 4 pages. The entire we never see the arena again, but it's to set up the scene and to set up like, okay, these entering this galactic arena. Anyways, and every episode there was like a different. It's like Star Trek, Star Trek, like every episode they go to a different planet, and every different planet you have a different alien race, but not just like, oh, they got like 4 ridges on their forehead instead of 3, or like, because I mean even Star Trek cheats it, because all the aliens, they only have forehead makeup. You never really see like a third eye alien or like 5 eyes, because that's more difficult, and that's a TV show. Right, with a whole a whole team of like makeup and designers and stuff. Anyways, so yes, there is this kind of galactic component, but out of that run, out of that two plus years run, my favorite story was when, and this was like my urging was like, please just write an issue that just focuses on 2 or 3 characters. And that we can really get into the character, the motivations behind the character, and really dig into like this sense of loss or hurt or achievement. I know, like in epic scale, when you have like thousands and thousands of these creatures, or it just seems it looks visually epic. And maybe as you're writing or creating it, you get the sense of like, oh, there's so much, I'm doing so much, I'm creating all this universe. But ultimately, when it comes down to story, and if you're able to focus on 2 or 3 characters, you really are able to achieve more. So
one thing I remember about that run, when I would get a script, when I would fill in once in a while, it would say like, hey, it would start out saying, the Green Lantern hasn't done like a police procedural. I mean, they're space cops, so we're going to do a police procedural. And I noticed that with every single issue or every single different storyline, there's like, it's going to be kaiju this month. So he would just switch from genre to genre. And that's one of the problems with the Green Lantern. They can be so many things, it almost has no identity. Because you were drawing a kaiju story before.
Yeah, it started out with a kaiju story. The very first arc was kind of like they turned into these big mechas, and they're fighting.
And then it became Law and Order the next month.
And but then like the big mecha stuff never carried through to the next step, to the next story arc. Like they never really like, if you're gonna develop and let's say these Green Lanterns can create these giant robots they can fight in. Well, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. But then it gets all abandoned in the next story arc, right? Like, why not
becomes a Western.
Yeah, why not do like actually the next arc became like a Western where they weren't even in the uniforms. They didn't. Jon Stewart wasn't even in his uniform for like 2 or 3 of the issues. And the thing was like, well, if you're gonna develop something, why not also extend it and carry it through? And then there becomes like a more harmonious identity for the characters. So it is something that is it's a very difficult. And there's like no, with Green Lanterns, like, is there a world like? And I asked this question like in terms of like Batman. When I say Batman, what do you think of? You think of Gotham, right? And you think of how Gotham is dark and damp and like dirty and seedy. And then when I say Superman, you think of Metropolis. You think of kind of this Art Deco kind of architecture, New York City, or this grand, epic, almost, I would say like America, the vision of what some Americans think America kind of looks like. These big skyscrapers, bright sky, epic architecture. But then like Green Lantern, like there is no, or is there? The question
Well,
is,
I mean, I think they could have done the same exact story, just put it in space. Train Jon Stewart on another planet, on an alien planet, tell the same small story, but on an alien planet. Instead of, minorities doing all these crimes, because I'm sure that's what it's going to end up being, just make it like aliens. But they want to save some money. I'm sure they want to save some money.
It feels like the first Thor movie, where they just in this small town, they go to eat at a diner.
That was another that came up in my head too, right? When was that the first one or the second one? That was the first
one with Natalie Portman.
Yeah, was that the first Thor movie?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
and like it somehow ends up in a small town, and that's where the big battle scenes took place, right? And for me, when I saw that, I immediately thought, they're trying to save some money, right? Like the special effects budget-wise, it's much easier. I mean, look, who were some of your favorite shows when you were young? Like, Ultraman, or Godzilla, or any of those other kind of big giant robot. Those are all kind of like generic cities, or generic. Most of the battles took place actually out in the countryside. When they're fighting, like when Ultraman's fighting a kaiju, they're actually literally out in the countryside with like fake mountains and trees, because it's just easier to manage. It's easier to shoot. And I think maybe the same goes for even now. You still have all the CG stuff, but it's still it's probably just still easier to do that. But also story-wise, again. When I harken back to like my favorite issues of the run, actually it was only 1 or 2 issues, that the story really takes place mainly focused on 2 characters, Jon Stewart and his, who we think is his love interest, turns out to be an evil shapeshifter, and they kind of battle it out. And towards the end of the story, a whole bunch of other Green Lanterns show up. So I do think, in terms of a TV series also, there are going to be budgetary constraints. So
I mean, look, they figured it out with Star Trek back in the day, with Captain Kirk and all that. It's possible. That's all I'm saying. And the small story is just fine, but it doesn't have to be like in Kansas. They should have made it on some freaking alien planet.
They did.
You gotta put people in rubber costumes. Put people up in rubber costumes. But it just seems like, again, if I see a Guardians of the Galaxy movie in Kansas, it just seems kind of silly, right? Guardians of the Galaxy in Kansas, like, that's stupid. Green Lantern in wherever the hell they are. I mean, he's literally an intergalactic cop. but this is going to be in wherever they are, and they're not even going to give Jon Stewart the ring.
Well, I think he gets the ring probably towards the end. Again, it's a story.
Sure, I'm sure in the last episode he'll get it. It's very predictable. In the last episode he'll get the ring. How something's going to happen to Hal, and Jon Stewart's going to get the ring, and he's going to fly up in the sky and be ready to take on whoever's coming.
Here's a good question: when the whole series wraps up, when they do the special thing, are they going to thank Bernard or me because I had nothing to do with the Green Lantern?
You'll probably get it. You'll probably get it, Sean. Sean drew like one scene with what was that one scene with Ben Franklin, and you're all over the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
You'll get the thanks.
My name is I get my name in 3 special thanks in 1 year for a movie and 2 movies and a streaming thing, and I had hardly anything to do with any of them. But I think it's just because I'm such a great guy.
And you got paid. And you got paid for it.
Because they bought they got that comic of Rye.
What if at the end of this thing they don't thank you, but they thank that writer who gave you the worst few years of your comic life?
Yeah, probably.
Well, for everyone listening to the stream too, you're probably going to hear this from, especially up and coming writers. You know, in Hollywood, you don't have you have a small budget, but in comics you can do whatever you want. You can have 1 million characters and 1 million explosions, all on a 100-panel grid page. Which technically is true.
Like the stuff that you didn't like with the huge spectacle and the million people, I used to hate that stuff until I really got into Pepe Larraz. And when he did his X-Men books, or whatever book, those are very like intergalactic stuff. And he did draw stadiums for over 1 million people. And that was for the first time I thought, like, this is actually kind of cool. And it is something you can do in comics.
Well, I mean, George Perez did it, right?
Yeah. So
he made a career off of it.
Yeah.
I would say George Perez was the first artist to not be scared of how many characters were on the page.
It makes me shit my pants.
No one wants to draw 100 characters per page. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember working with that writer that Bernard's talking about when I filled in. He would give a list of the people who are in that scene. Yet 3 or 4 people would be part of that scene, but there's another dozen people who are just hanging out in the background.
And you gotta make it realistic, Sean.
Yeah, it was awful.
That was quite a deal. Yeah, because you have basically at least a dozen characters in every panel, or in every scene, dozen or more. Only a handful are talking, and then you have to coordinate who's standing where in a panel.
Yeah. For dialogue reasons.
For dialogue reasons, and sometimes traditionally, if in the script the first word balloon is Sean, and then the second word balloon is Jerry, and the third word balloon is me, well, you probably have to draw Sean on the left side, Jerry in the middle, and me on the right side because of how the word balloons are going to be placed. And I mean, occasionally you can switch that up a little bit, but also depending on the number of word balloons and the size of the word balloons, and the number of panels per page, you're constrained in certain ways. And then you have to show other things like background, right? Because background is ultimately super important in Green Lantern because you're establishing these new worlds, new technologies, new cultures, new everything, every episode, every issue. So that has to all be in there. And it's like, wow, okay, well, then the next panel, Jerry says something, and then there's another. So it really becomes it's a huge problem in a sense that, I mean, it's fixable, it's doable, but also given the time constraints of drawing a monthly book is extremely problematic because, there's only so many hours in a day. And you got to draw all this stuff, and it has to make sense. So, it was.
Everyone, look up the writer of Green Lantern Corps when Sean and Bernard were
Jerry,
working
just
on it.
don't
And
don't
don't buy
too.
any of his
Yeah.
books.
don't. Um,
I wonder if he's still in comics or whether he moved on to Green Press.
Hal Jordan's personality seems very off-putting. He's kind of like a jerk in the comics too. James Crow asks. I don't know too much about Hal Stewart's portrayal in the comics. I know he's not liked by a lot of people, a lot of fans. Every time I do shows,
Very polarizing.
yeah, there are definitely a lot of people that come by and say, "Oh, I loved it when you drew when I drew Jon Stewart punching Hal Jordan," and then so everybody kind of has their favorite Green Lantern too. Sean, did you ever come up with who you have a favorite Green Lantern or Jerry?
No, I don't know enough about it.
Kilowog.
Kilowog, you like Jerry?
The one that looks like an angry red ball.
Yeah, Kilowog too is like so many people have drawn him in different ways. Like with his mouth has like two flabs of flesh that kind of hang over, and then he has like two pig ears, or are they like little antennae?
Or how big he is another thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, and that changes with the weather too, right? If he jumps into an ocean and he comes back out, it's the reverse because he's an alien. So, yeah. So I guess today we're gonna do a quick Jon Stewart comic book. I went through a couple different because I'm restrained to the size of the paper. I think one mistake. Do you have any tips? Do you guys have any tips you think for drawing Green Lanterns or Jon Stewart?
Well, I think this came up while we were watching the World Baseball Classic and Jon Stewart, or Green Lantern in general, I should say, because the trail. Well, I guess there's only one scene where Hal Jordan's flying, but he does not have the green glow.
Right, he doesn't have the
him.
glow. Yeah.
So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Well, both you guys as Green Lantern artists, should he have it? Should he not have it? If you think he should have it, well, are you going to add it into this drawing right now?
Well, that's if I don't. That's if I add color.
You got to add a little green. Come on, man.
No.
Or just throwing like
how much time
50
you think
characters in the background.
Yes.
I'm trying to stick to the. Oh, why is the camera? I'm trying to stick to the notion of making a short 1 to 1.5 hour stream as opposed to these 2 to 3 hour marathons. But, well, Sean, you got any opinions on the glow?
It's a comic book thing. So comics books are very different than real life. That's why those costumes exist. And really, I think those costumes should never be put on a person in real life. So I don't know what they're doing with movies, TVs, and cosplay. These things are meant to exist at 2 inches tall, 2-dimensional, and characters that don't move and drawn. And it all makes sense. So that green glow is just an identifier for comics.
Yeah, you want to...
So you say no.
No green glow. I mean, it's not even a glow in comics. It's basically like a green highlighter outline.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be a glow. Well, so I've been doing last year I did 12, or the year before I did 12 Green Lantern covers when they relaunched Green Lantern. So I got to color my own stuff, and in that process, again, thinking many, like in the 2D comics, I don't know if I should show this. Can I show? I'm going to take a break from the drawing. Here we go. We're going on a tangent. Get ready for the tangent roller coaster.
So when you do that green glow, and you work digitally, do you actually draw around the silhouette of the figure?
Yes.
Or is it more like a Photoshop tool preset? You just hit it and all of a sudden there's a green glow around it,
No.
the object you just drew.
So I actually hand draw the green glow if I'm doing my own coloring. And here is an example of...
It is possible, though. It's called a stroke, right? I mean, we all stroke, right?
I don't know. Oh, yes. Well, what you're talking about is something that's a little bit different. Hold on. Where's the... Here it is. Okay. I mean, you could, if you had the character cut out, it could be like a stroke, where if it's a single character, and then, you just put a glow around them. But I actually go and hand draw it. The stroke is also not as... it's not as predictable because sometimes your line drawing is pixelated. So then if it's pixelated, the stroke itself will be pixelated. So you have to then go back and redraw it again anyways. So this was one of the covers that I did that, again, we were having so much trouble. I think I was drawing this cover online, on stream one day, was it? This Joe...
oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was having quite a difficult time doing this one cover, and I drew it online. If you guys want to go back, you can look at the...
Yeah, the fact that her knee took front and center.
Her knee and then
like.
her arm, yeah. So it was... this was a pain in the ass. The forced perspective. I've since kind of done this pose again in other comics.
Is that Teen Lantern in the background?
What background? What are you talking about?
Teen Lantern.
Teen Lantern?
There was a character called Teen Lantern.
Yeah, that's, well, the main one is, if you guys in chat can fill in for me. So this one, I think I drew, you can, yes, okay, so the difference is, because I thought, like, typically, what another artist would draw Green Lantern. Let me pull up this other one here. They would just draw a ring around them, like basically what Sean is saying, like a stroke around, around the outside. And to me, when I started doing that, whoops, what's going on here? Why did it do this? Okay. When someone would draw that, they would just draw like a green glow around them. Let me see if this pops up. Google.
And that's bad because of why?
Well, it can be very flat. It flattens the figure.
Oh, it makes it makes them a cardboard cutout.
Right. Sure. Yeah. So let me see, where's that frame here?
Also, the stroke doesn't know perspective, I guess. So there's parts of the body that are farther away, and the stroke is uniform throughout the whole body.
Right. So,
but AI should be able to take care of that.
Well, we'll see. Not right now. Maybe in August.
AI wouldn't complain about how many characters are in the stadium.
No. Yeah, if you had an AI, you could do that. And why is this not showing up here?
Oh, technical difficulties.
All right, I'm just gonna have to put it in here then.
And that is some crazy looking character with that hair and the glasses.
Okay, so I don't know who drew this. Who does this look like? Ivan Reis or can you guys see this character?
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Right.
Looks like Dave Finch or something.
I don't know. This is a Jim Lee one. Let's do a Jim Lee one. Oops.
Nobody's gonna trash Jim Lee's work.
Nope, that does not. It's not coming up. All right, we'll just do this. I think this is Ivan Reis. I don't think this is Jim Lee.
Oh, look at
You think this is
look
Lee
at Bernard's
Finch?
face.
That's the lighting, huh? The lighting off.
You look like Rorschach. Welcome to the Rorschach stream.
So if we look at this, you can see that there's a glow around the, right? But then like his left knee is technically in front of everyone, or in front of his whole body. So why wouldn't the glow extend in front and capture that knee, right, and create a secondary?
Yeah, that is a problem. But how do you do that? Because where do you terminate it?
Well,
basically,
so,
it's going around the outline.
It would go around the outline of the entire thigh and the knee, right? So the quick format too, and again, this is just, you're drawing so much at such a speed, is to just do a standard outline. They also had like a period of time where his Green Lantern emblem would like appear outside of his.
It would float.
It would float outside of his chest.
Cool.
So, but why is this okay? Here we go. Who's this?
They should do that for the TV show. That kind of hovering above. I can see that in a Marvel movie they would do that because there's so much of that stuff in the Marvel. But the DC universe, his emblem's going to be actually a sticker. Because of budgetary reasons, it's a temporary tattoo.
Yeah, so from the if you see that from the, you can see the screenshot. It looks like the emblem is in his suit itself, whereas in the comics, here's another version of them. This person, whoever drew this, who's this? Panosian? No, this is not Panosian.
Yeah, that's a good green glow thing, yeah, because it's dynamic green glow.
Yeah,
it's not
so
just
the green glow has it's not a uniform shape. I don't know who the
But
artist
the
is.
drawing itself, yeesh.
I don't know who the artist is.
Sorry, I shouldn't say anything.
Does that say Panosian?
It's a P something, but I don't think that's Panosian. That's not his signature.
Yeah, Panosian's pretty good.
Well, like this. Okay, this other one here. This. What's wrong with my Wi-Fi? I'm getting a bit of the fletch here. All right. So again, here we see Hal Jordan, and you can see his left arm is floating in front of his torso. Right. So to me, like if you're gonna do this outline, it should be kind of this glow that's encompassed. It's basically like a shield, right? It's a protective shield. So when I got a chance to do my own, and I got to color it, this is how I would, like if you notice the fist and some of the arm, to try to make it a little bit more three-dimensional of a glow. Even the face, I used it on the bottom just to kind of contour a little bit of his head, because the head is above his torso. So in theory, like if there's this three-dimensional glow around him, it would create that secondary glow to separate the head from the torso. But you could get carried away, doing all of this. And when it's just a 2D too, I'll show you, there was a commission that I did on stream, as a matter of fact. Here again, you can, this is, right now it's a little blurry, but if you look at Hal Jordan's side of the face, there's another glow that's kind of going around it. But if it's done 2D,
it's kind of tough because you never know how to terminate it. Because it doesn't go around the entire head, and then it even goes around the shoulder, but not the entire shoulder. Because it's just I think definitely it's a better thing to do.
and in this version, I think this version where I drew John Stewart's arm, and I kind of started doing that a little bit, where the highlight of the green shield and glow is around it. It actually, to me, looking at it now, it flattens out his arm. It's almost like as if that arm was cut and paste and put onto his torso. It works in terms of the rib cage towards his bottom on the left side of his right side of the rib cage, where it intersects with the arm, so you get a little bit of that kind of three-dimensionality. But this left shoulder area here, where it's kind of wrapping around, it really flattens it out. So I probably should have maybe made it thinner, not have it go all the way around. Anyways.
Well, these things were designed when comics were very like two-dimensional, very flat. Like the old days, like the 1960s way of drawing. So it all works there because it was everything was kind of like stiff and everything. So it's strange when someone like Alex Ross has to draw Green Lanterns. He has to interpret that green glow, but he uses like watercolor and oil paints and stuff. And so like, everyone draws so realistically now. How do we interpret these things?
Yeah. That
were designed when characters are more iconic and more symbolic, and now they're just like full flesh and blood people that we draw.
This is not very responsive. Here's another cover with Hal Jordan, and I had a little bit more of the glow on him. Anyways.
Back to your drawing.
All right, back to the drawing. Oh, here we go. I think this angle's been used a lot.
I remember I had to draw one of those stories where, what is that in DC, there's like the edge of the universe. What was it called? The Force Wall or something like that. They travel to the very, very edge.
Yeah.
And it's just basically, it's described as like a barrier that has everything in the world in it. I had to draw that. Like, goddamn.
So, Jerry does not like the trailer.
It's okay. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be pretty cool. It's just, I just wish it was in space, you know?
That's season 2.
I just saw that this movie, Last Stop in Yuma County or something like that. It feels a lot like that universe. One truck stop and a gas station.
What was the movie called? Last Stop where?
Last Stop in Yuma County or something like that.
Well, Jerry makes a good... Jerry makes a good point. I think, I've been watching Starfleet Academy. You guys watch that?
Nope.
And Starfleet Academy, I mean, it's set in a spaceship. It's set in the future. It's like Star Trek, but 500 years past Picard. So it's like reimagining Star Trek all over again, and Starfleet Academy, and they're kind of restarting the Starfleet after 100 so years of like non-existence or barely existing. So Kevin P. West is here. Good to see Kevin. Dr. Midnight is here. Good to see Dr. Midnight. So yeah, and they have and it's futuristic, and there's tech, and there's all this other stuff in it, and there's different aliens.
I don't know where I saw like some big argument about that show. Someone was making a big deal about the fact that someone on that show was pulling a luggage with wheels on it, and then they're making a big deal about it. I didn't know what it was about, but I guess it's because that story takes place far in the future.
Yeah.
You don't have rolling luggage.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna make that argument, again, if we talk about AI, most of Star Trek is non-existent. You think at that point, if they can develop warp drive or what is it?
The beaming up.
The
thing?
beaming up, beaming down, and their
That'll
computer
change
is
the world.
yeah, their computer is still only based on command-based computing. Even in the latest episode I was watching, they were looking for this cloaked ship in a wreck field in space, and they had to manually send a drone into space, and then the human had to actually physically see the distortion on the monitor in order to locate where the cloaked ship was. So that already tells you it's written by someone who doesn't even understand AI, because with AI, you don't need a human to see that in the screen. It will automatically, do that in an instantaneous kind of method. And then at which point, the crewmen had to spot that. Then to spot that, they had to then, they had to wait for another ship to come in. But in any case, they had to wait for something to shoot on them. And it's like, you don't need to do any of that anymore if you have AI. And for now, not just 500, but how many hundreds of years in the future, you don't think there would be a computer program that would be able to analyze or scan all of that stuff without a human commanding it to do it? I think it's just really pompous to think that.
Then there wouldn't be any jobs.
Huh? Well, yeah, I mean,
Yes.
you don't even need, why do you need a Starfleet? You don't even need any of this stuff. And it's all really just to show how great humans are, but again, we're completely replaceable by AI. So it's all, yeah. So sci-fi tech is all locked into whatever tech at the time, and I mean it's a fun show to watch because I like Star Trek. But it's I don't know what I'm getting at. There's no positive discussion with AI. I don't know.
Not even in Star Trek.
Well, Star Trek doesn't even consider AI, so that's where.
Yeah, then they wouldn't boldly go anywhere because it's redundant to actually have to get to a ship and risk your life and go somewhere, because you can just go there virtually.
Well, yeah, because I mean, part of the Star Trek is they're all concerned about lives, right? Like human lives. But then, why would you have a crew of 1,000? You don't need a crew of 1,000.
You need zero.
You just need AI.
Yeah,
Unmanned,
and you have robots, right?
image.
You would think you would have robots by then, right? So why would you even have this huge ship of 1,000 people floating around
You
space?
just turned the show so boring. It's like one nerd in his bedroom watching a drone.
Yeah, I mean, he has the Google glasses on. He's in his bed and he's boldly going to some alien planet.
Playing Magic the Gathering.
Didn't know that. Eating too many meatballs.
Well, that's Wall-E. That's either there's two universes two futures that really are gonna, two or three. One is Wall-E, where you're on a cruise ship. No one knows how to run the ship because everybody is just there. They're just consuming. You're in a basically what is that? A reclining, floating couch, and all you're doing is eating and consuming. And then nobody knows how to run the ship because everybody's forgotten after however many years floating around space. And then and people are just like fat blobs, right? Because they're not doing anything.
It's hilarious, when someone falls out of their seat, and these robots come in and lift you up and put you back into your seat.
Yeah. And then, or the other one is Elysium, where you have the wealthy, the 1% or so. They're living in a super nice, clean, satellite spaceship, where the tech heals you. You know, there's robots that clean your house. Everything's super clean up in space, up in this Elysium area. But then the rest of humanity is down on Earth, where it's like shit, and it's controlled by robot police, right? And there's no medicine because it's all like, well, where are all the funds going? And you know, it's all going up to Elysium, this magical heaven space, where you can't be cured if you're sick. But most of the people don't get to go up there. You know, you're just down on planet Earth trying to scrape by. You know, what's the point of living? So, what's the point of life? Anyways, thanks for getting it.
This got heavy.
Thanks for getting us all down, man.
That's a great drawing, and you're drawing it like mostly distracted.
So, how old is Jon Stewart? Does anybody know? Does it say? I don't even. I think he's got to be in his mid to late 30s, mid 30s. He's not 20. Because if he's an architect, he would have had to go through 5 years of schooling, then 3 years of internship in order to apply for his architecture license. So that puts him in his late 20s. And then if he had to serve time in the Army or Marines, that's a couple of years out. So
And he had to host his talk show for all those years.
he hosted a talk show?
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart. Oh, right. Sorry. But that's a John with a Jon, right? I always forget who's the Jon and who's the John. So when is the Lanterns TV show come out? Does
I
anybody
think it's
know?
in August.
August?
So you get to hear about it at San Diego Comic Con.
Let's go make a Kaushi bet. Who gets invited to the premiere? Sean or me?
Yeah.
Sean.
It's gonna be me.
Or the both of us. Right?
Gotta wear
There's
something green.
3 bets. Sean or me, or both of us, or the writer, but none of us. How about that?
Whose name is attached to the franchise or the books? So it would be Neil Adams.
Well, Neil Adams is one of
who
the
else?
yeah. So Neil Adams, Craig Swan.
And Ethan, right?
I mean, how many books did Ethan draw? How many books of Green Lantern did? Can somebody look that up? I think I drew more Green Lantern books than Ethan. I mean,
Sorry, who's Ethan?
Ethan Van Sciver.
Van Sciver. He's also had a little bit of a controversy lately with some comments that he made about the trailer, actually.
What did he say?
Single, I can't repeat that here. A single AI data center creates monsters amount of pollution. But what's Dr. Midnight rating? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wait, I gotta look it up. Ethan Van Sciver?
Sciver, Ethan Van Sciver, the Comicsgate de facto leader.
We should make a Kaushi bet. Yeah. Well, what's the other one? What's the other betting platform besides Kaushi? Sean, do you know
I
about
don't even know
Kaushi?
who was attached to Green Lantern. So, other than Neil Adams, what other name is? I mean, come on, chat. Who's associated with the book?
Who were some major? Let's see, Green Lantern artists. How about we just
Writer and artist. So,
Green Lantern creators. Oh, here, if we just did a quick Google search, Martin Odell is the original creator. Gil Kane.
Okay, so he's like the originator.
So he'll get invited.
Long since gone,
but,
right?
yeah, but his family will. Gil Kane, Neil Adams.
Oh, that's right, Gil Kane. Yes.
Daryl Banks, Doug Mankey, Ethan Van Sciver, and Jamal Campbell.
So you actually have a pretty good shot of walking that line there.
Well, it's a TV show too, so I don't know how big the premiere will be. If it was a major feature film, They have nice parties. I don't know about TV shows. Well, Sean, last year you got invited to what? The Fantastic Four premiere. What were the other ones?
Fantastic Four. One was a Superman TV show, and the other one.
Oh, you got invited to the Superman TV show?
Well, it wasn't invited. It was just a special thanks
Oh.
from a Superman and Superman and Lois, and then the other thing was Peacemaker.
Oh, you got Peacemaker. Oh. What did you do for
Because
Peacemaker?
of Salvation Run.
Oh, Salvation Run, right. Because that's basically the whole next... Well, get ready for 2026 when the next season comes out. I mean, Sean Chen is going to...
I just got copies of Salvation Run reprinted, sent to me. I don't know what the hell to do with it.
That means you're getting a
Tempted
royalty
to
check.
recycle
So, huh?
I just read Ethan Van Sciver's comments.
Ooh, spill the tea.
Pretty rough.
Well,
Pretty rough.
I will say this. His art, I never knew who he was until quite literally just now. And I'm not saying like, oh, he's not good or whatever, but he had a long run on Green Lantern.
He was kind of beloved at DC for a while, and Dan DiDio was, put him in. He was like an A-list creator at DC for a while.
All right,
The
well,
Blackest
I mean,
Night.
good for him. I would just say, thank God they got Bernard to draw Green Lantern Corps. That's all I'll say.
Blackest Night was... I think that was his... Was that his, would you say, pinnacle?
Isn't that Ivan Rice?
Or it says here, penciler for Green Lantern Rebirth.
Ivan Rice knocked Blackest Night out of the park, if I recall correctly.
Oh yeah, I remember those. That was
just like, holy crap, who is this guy?
cast was huge.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Indigo lanterns and all those factions.
Do you have a comic book IMDb thing?
Is there such a thing?
Yeah, there used to
There
be.
used to be.
They went under a long time ago.
Isn't it called Google?
Wasn't it
Google.
called like comic book database before?
I use a comic book roundup now. I mean, but there used to be Google would just be AI. So that's.
Can we just
not,
ask you, Jimbo?
That's not.
He's kind of like the Wikipedia of comics.
Yes.
So, let's see here.
Yeah, Jimbo said he would have gone to the premiere as me, but you would have to wear something in that weird blue color. I think that was one of the requirements. So they actually gave you a budget to find some sort of wardrobe that would match that weird blue
For
civilian
for Fantastic
60s.
Four?
Yeah,
Oh.
and that was not going to appear in.
Or
A
you could
blue
just get the
suit.
Lantern logo tattooed onto your chest.
Why couldn't you go with in a white? It has to be blue.
Yeah, I just said wear something in that shade of blue,
Okay, so here it
and
is.
I just noped and cashed a check.
So Green Lantern 2005, he drew 5 issues. Then he drew an issue of Green Lantern Annual. So what is that? 5. Let's write this down. 5 plus
But you
5.
also have to consider whether it was a seminal run. Seminal? Seminal?
Seminal.
Because it didn't. I mean, he is slow, but there are some books like Batman Year One or something, or
Yeah.
that's just in the lineup of the books, but it's remembered because it stands out so much.
And this is not a great. This is not an exact science because some of these it just could have been the cover or. So and then 15 issues of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps.
Also, Dr. Midnight said Ethan Van Sciver's brother.
21.
His brother is a very different person. He's an indie artist. Noah Van Sciver has like a very indie style.
Oh, that's his brother.
Noah Van Sciver, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was just another person with the same name, but
I think it's his brother, but a completely different style, probably like a completely different ideology too.
who knows? How many issues did you draw, Sean?
I was always filling in, so not very many.
It says I drew 20 issues of
Whoa!
GLC.
Ooh, you
But
better
again,
find
some of
some
those are.
green suit pretty soon.
Yeah, but it looks like Ethan has his hands on a little bit more. It's got like 36, 30 plus 40 plus, but scattered
okay.
about.
Jeez.
I mean, it says 6 issues of Green Lantern Rebirth, 15 of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, 5 issues of something else. And I know this one, like 25, 24. You drew 25, right? I just did the cover.
I drew?
I just did the cover for 25. Oh no, somebody else
Oh,
drew
number
25. Did you draw Green Lantern Corps 25? Number 25?
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Like it was an arena that got taken over by some kind of terrorist group or something. Anyways.
Right.
Arena.
Well, I drew the cover, so I just remembered that the cover got. Yeah, I think you got to draw it, man. You got the big sales. You got the big royalty bump on that 25 issue. I was a little.
Yeah,
I
I
was a little
think I
ticked
probably
off.
drew a portion of it, not the whole thing.
All right, well, I think we're an hour and a half in, so let's get out of here. Am I done with this drawing?
Okay. It doesn't look green to me.
Yeah, you need the same complaints as the trailer.
Yeah. Looks too local. Oh, John Moore is here.
Looks loco.
Oh, we got the old gang back. Welcome back, John Moore. Okay, so
How much you want to bet in this Green Lantern TV show there is going to be scenes in a diner?
well, I think they already had one, right?
Okay. I'm just trying to think of all the small town tropes. There's the pickup trucks, there's diners, there's baseball caps.
So let's see. Steve Englehart created Kilowog.
He's still alive.
Joe Staton, along with Joe Staton.
Is Joe Staton alive?
Dave Gibbons worked with Alan Moore
Oh, yeah, there.
on the start of the new volume of Green Lantern Corps. Mike Grell
We know.
took part with Dennis O'Neil in the Green Lantern Green Arrow. Jeff Johns, of course, wrote
Of course, yeah, there you go.
Rebirth, but I think what was it? Darkest Night, Brightest Day, Darkest Night, where they introduced all the other different color corps.
And he worked most closely with Ethan Van Sciver, right? It was really weird.
I think
they both
they had that run. So I mean that run was probably modern day most recognized Green Lantern run, I would say.
So I wonder if there is some sort of like a red carpet thing, whether Ethan will get snubbed because of his politics.
I mean, I don't know if you would invite him after he made those comments. Alan Moore, Ivan Reese. You think they'll fly Ivan up from Brazil? Probably. Joe Staton, Peter Tomasi. Peter wrote a bunch of Green Lantern stuff. Patrick Gleason. Gerald Jones.
Oh, that guy is. Yeah, he's problematic.
Gerald Jones?
Spent some time in jail.
Oh,
Isn't
really?
it the same guy I'm talking about? Like
Gerard?
maybe
Gerard Jones?
Yeah. Not even accusations, but evidence
convicted of possession of.
Yeah.
I don't think I can say that. Sentenced to 6 years in prison. Okay, so he's not going.
Well, he's out now.
Oh, but yeah, he probably won't go.
So he will not be there for sure.
So yeah, I mean, how many people can you thank in this? I'm still looking for my first. Uh, I'm kind of like the Susan Lucci of comic book thanks.
I think this is gonna be it. Yeah.
Maybe we'll
I have a
see.
good feeling about this.
Or this or
Better buy yourself a
Supergirl.
green suit.
I got a good shot for Supergirl, but maybe not. I think this. I would have a better shot in Green Lantern than Supergirl.
Isn't Supergirl going to be based off that that series? Crap.
The
What's
new
it called?
series,
Yeah,
yeah.
the new one. Yeah.
Supergirl
Yeah.
Tomorrow or something.
Is it Tom King writing?
I mean, I read it. It's pretty freaking awesome.
And what's the artist? Bill Chris Evely?
Yeah.
Is that her
It's
name?
beautiful work. Beautiful work. But you never know. I mean, I could pull a Sean Chen there, you know, where I drew like one scene, one panel some years ago where that they use in the movie. I just heard they're launching a Bizarro series. I was like, oh man, I really would love to draw Bizarro. Yeah, I'm not even mentioned in the Wikipedia. I don't think I'm gonna get. I don't think I'm gonna get invited
Yep.
or thanked.
Yeah, if they use the Wikipedia for that stuff, it could be problematic.
Yeah.
But gotta find out who puts that list together.
Wikipedia?
You know, I mean, for when it comes time to thank.
Oh, well, if they
creators.
use, I think if they use your work in the story, or if they use your issues into the storyline.
Well, I'm not saying it's because we're friends or anything, but aren't you kind of considered like the definitive John Stewart artist?
Not according to
Who else is-
Wikipedia.
Who else has had a run the way you had with that character?
And is still alive. That's also
Well,
another
yeah.
thing.
I mean, I think well, Neil Adams would be like who created Gil Kane? Created John Stewart? Who created John Stewart?
What is it Martin Nodell?
Let me see.
Something like that.
Created by Danny O'Neill and Neil Adams. So,
Yeah.
1972.
So neither of them are alive.
71, December 71, January 72. So Green Lantern number 87. So Danny O'Neill and Neil Adams. Right. So Josh will be there with along with
Adams, oh, his son, yeah.
yeah.
Joel.
I'm looking here on the on John Stewart Wikipedia. Yeah, brightest day. I mean, I don't think was our run during the New 52 or the Rebirth. New 52.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
The hell is the difference?
Many years.
52, yeah, and then Rebirth was kind of like where they relaunched it a little bit again. But my run was very John Stewart heavy, so he was basically the leader of the Green Lanterns. I should say our run.
Well, if you don't get thanked, then I say we riot.
Yeah, I don't think there's a right
Insurrection.
Is there like a when you're trying to push yourself for like a SAG award
for your
or,
consideration?
Yeah, for your consideration.
For your consideration.
You should buy an ad
your
out
face.
for in Comics Beat. Say DC Comics for your consideration as a thank you.
Special thanks, Bernard.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, you shouldn't do it because it looks bad. So really, it has to be your friends that do it for you. So that,
No, it has to be my
so
publicist.
Jerry-
I don't have a publicist, so
right, so it's Jerry who does it.
it'll have to be Jerry. Yeah, you're gonna have to buy an ad in Comics Beat for your consideration,
Yeah.
for thanks, not even an award, just for your consideration to thank me. How does that sound? For you to consider.
Otherwise, we can say that they're racist. I should
Or
fix the deal right
I
there.
could use a John Barron as my alias, right?
John Barron. Alan Smithy.
Yeah, John Barron is Trump's alias when he calls into as his own publicist. That's John Barron. Send Yojimbo says send emails. Oh, send emails as Fletch. Well, that's what Fletch.
Or get Fletch to do it.
Yeah,
like he's an
Fletch.
agent. So. Fletch, if you're listening, fire up your computer and dash off a letter.
No,
to
not.
whoever's-
It's going to be so slow.
Oh, you know what we need? We need to come up with a Fletch code, because he breaks up every. So we need like every third word. So basically, we can create a message just for Fletch, but you have to write it like every third word is the word that we really want him to read, because he skips out on the
Every
second
conversation with him was like playing Mad Libs.
Yeah. I start posting. Kevin P. West suggests I start posting my Green Lantern art. That's what Jerry
Yes.
said too. Yeah.
It's got to be top of mind. Remind everyone of that great long run that you had.
20 plus issues. 20 plus.
And then
issues.
Fletch will find out who puts that list together.
Yeah.
And then we'll take him out for some whiskey
At DC.
and
you
a
know?
night out.
At
Yeah,
DC.
we'll take him to Whole Foods, and then should be fine.
Or I should hang out. How about we get a group of people? We hang out outside of the DC offices, and we picket,
Yeah.
like with signs. Who wants to join me? I'll buy pizza for everyone. Is there a Green
We're gonna
Lantern
start
Day?
off.
Because there's a Batman Day. Is there like a Green Lantern Day?
Yeah, I guess not. What's that day? It's St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I do have a Green Lantern shirt, like a compression shirt. All right, let's get out of here. This is pretty much done, huh? What do you guys think?
I mean, there's no green.
That'll be the next episode, next stream. And then next stream, the stream after that, we'll do the likeness of the. How long can we milk a Green Lantern?
We have till August. And then August is when the show starts, so you can do more of that.
Definitely, you have to post this and in the comments. Try to, pump yourself up a little bit. Just so thankful for my long and memorable run drawing Hal Jordan on Green Lantern. It's great to be part of this, to have drawn the seminal Green Lantern story. And then, you do enough of that, I'm thinking.
Tag the CEO of DC Comics.
Yes. And then we'll send him a bottle of Cavallon. So there.
Wow, Sean with a whiskey reference. I never thought Sean would pay. I thought Sean just checked out whenever we talked about whiskey. Like, basketball. All right. Okay. Let's finish this next week. Maybe I'll ink it and color it.
Yeah, you definitely have to post it. You got to remind everyone, because I think their memories are too short.
Everyone will have already forgotten already. Well, all right. Anything else you guys want to talk about this week before we get out of here?
What was in the news? Was there?
Anything you mean comics news or world news?
Oh, comics news. Who cares about the world news?
Comics news and world news is very similar these days. You mean, well, I don't know. What's anything in the comics news? Yojimbo? Jerry?
I'm the last guy to ask.
I thought there was something big that's happened. I forgot already what it was.
Spider-Man, Superman? His face looks a little...
There was some big scandal. Oh, I guess it was, it has to do more with the collecting industry. So who cares about that?
Oh.
What's wrong with the collecting industry?
There's allegations that this is kind of juicy, although I don't care at all about collecting. but that new company PSA, which is the new CGC, was accused of they had to slab someone's with a Superman or Action Comics #1. I think that's what it was, or maybe it was another book. But then they notified the person that it was damaged during the slabbing process, and as a consolation, they offered him $19,000. And then pretty soon after that, a copy of Action 1 Comics sold for like $40,000 recently. So I think they think that possibly they just took the book and sold it and gave that, and just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me because it's a little too obvious. But yeah, we should talk about this book called Dork, because I don't even know why that book is getting so much attention, but that is sort of like a out of nowhere independent creation that just blew up like crazy.
What's it called?
Dork. This a character that is, what is it, half dwarf and half orc, and it's like a funny fantasy book that's like very original, and it's a completely creator owned character that the guy just came up with, and I'm not sure what type of promotion he does or how he's able to get that book, because he's doing the thing that we all want to do. Like you get the hell out of Marvel and DC, you create your own character, and you blow all of Marvel and DC out of the water because your thing is so, it's hot shit. It's like you just came up with Harry Potter.
Who did it?
I don't even know, but it is what everyone. It's the book everyone's talking about.
It's not the brother of
The brother of.
the creator.
So yeah, I think the guy works mostly in animation, and he has like a cartoony style. Oh, so the guy's name is Brett Beam. That's Kevin P. West.
Oh, Brett Beam.
And he's the ultra hot artist who just seemed to come out of nowhere. I mean, we've been toiling for 30 years in this business, and there that guy just zoomed right to the top. But we got to get our hands on that book because he's got the secret sauce. He did something incredibly right.
Wow, is
Okay,
it?
so he worked with Scotty Young. Yeah.
So he worked with Scotty Young. And is it the sales are going crazy, or is it the collectability of it is going crazy, or?
It's still too
I did
new,
hear
so I don't
about-
know
did-
enough
I did,
about it.
I did see something about Dork. I don't know if it was from an email, like a newsletter, or if I saw it online somewhere. Because I do subscribe to a couple comics newsletters. And when did
We
it come
should
out?
probably try to figure out what it is that made it. Like everyone wants to reach escape velocity with whatever you create, which is extremely hard to do because there's so much coming out. So that guy did it. So I just want to know, how did he achieve escape velocity where you're able to break, because it's reaching escape velocity is once you get out of the atmosphere, it's very, very easy. It's just all upward because there's no more gravity. So he reached that point where he broke through, and then now it just kind of takes on a life of its own, and without him doing anything else, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Will it ever come down?
I don't know.
What is another
gotta
example?
at some
What is another example of escape velocity?
Well, things like Walking Dead.
Berserker, Walking Dead.
Because
Oh, you think this is
there's
Walking
there's
Dead
a lot
territory?
of yeah, I don't know,
All right.
but I think one thing that happens is that your book can be like maybe 10% better than everything else. All it has to be is like 10% better. But since it separates from the pack, it gets amplified. And the same is true with everything, like with Instagram. If you do marginally better than the next person, you might end up having 50,000 more followers. So it looks bigger than it really is. It's just it snowballs and takes on a life. Like the bigger you are, the bigger you are. So,
It's very cartoony.
yeah, it looks like it's very well drawn. As far as that cartoony stuff, which I don't really like, that is really slick. It's not a young level of art.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of detail. like a lot of. How many issues are they in? Well, this is like 4. This is 4.
He's got a lot of energy. Yeah, so the guy's pretty good.
Let's see, interior page. All right, maybe I think we gotta do a dork drawing next time, huh?
Yeah, we should read it and see, because we're all gonna be in that. Like Jerry's there now, I am there. Where you have your own thing and you're putting it out there, and you have the same chance as everyone else of reaching escape velocity, which is next to 0. So when someone does it, you gotta take a look at it and also give them their props. I'm not like it's not going to happen for us or something, but the thing is, it rarely happens.
Dork.
So we might learn a little something.
Speak for yourself, Sean.
Jerry's going to the moon.
Well, it's got a good name, Dork, right? But he's got it, but it's spelled Dork, but it's basically
it's
Dork. Right?
Yeah, it's a clever name.
Half dwarf, half orc, so they call him Dork.
All Dork. Half dwarf, half orc, all Dork. Brett Bean.
Half dwarf, half orc, all Dork.
That's the name of the name on the title of the book. Half dwarf, half orc, all Dork.
Yeah, so even that, like the tagline, is very catchy.
Yeah.
And it kind of sums up the whole thing. So he's doing everything right from a marketing standpoint. Yeah, and Kevin P. West said his wife read it. So yeah, what's another thing is it's popular with the ladies, so that increases your readership by 100%, because women usually don't read a lot of comics.
All right. Well, it looks like. How long has this book been coming out?
I just heard about it like less than a month ago, so it came out of nowhere as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. All right, let's break his arms.
Let's slow him down. Let's slow his roll.
Let's slow his roll a little bit.
So I was trying to watch interviews to see exactly how he's writing, because maybe like there's a secret, like it's incredibly structured writing or something like that. But in those interviews, he's just talking about. It sounds like he's just pulling the stories out of his ass, and whatever happened that day is like, I made a good story, and write about it. So he's kind of like doing that Forrest Gump thing, of like, oh, I can't believe I succeeded. I don't know why, because I'm just having fun.
Well, it looks a very like. It looks like he's got some animation industry experience.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's got to be some kind of like. I wonder what shows did he work at Pixar or did he work at what animation studio?
How to Train Your Dragon.
So what was that? That's DreamWorks.
Yeah, and so he has a choice of spending all of his time working for the animation industry. But Scotty Young calls, hey, you want to do comics? You want to help out in comics instead? So he's like trying to pick between one fantastic job and another. And then I think he turned them both down eventually and put out his own thing, and it succeeded like crazy.
Yeah, well, the animation industry.
Yeah, good for him.
There's a new book called Muck and Honey for Penguin Workshop. Artist on I Hate Fairyland with Scotty Young and Image Comics. And my new How to Draw book is available for new young aspiring artists. Illustrator of graphic novels. So it looks like this bio is kind of old. Graphic novel series Zoo Patrol Squad with Penguin Workshop, and illustrator Battle Bugs and Beasts of Olympus. I work in film, TV, video games, board games, live in Los Angeles. Yeah, so he's done a whole bunch of stuff. This bio looks like it's old because it doesn't mention dork, newsletter. This is his website. He's on Substack. I think we should sign up for a Substack.
What Substack?
Sean, do you have a Substack account?
No, I don't. But we should start one. The three of us
Yeah, I
have
think we
one
should,
Substack.
we should do a start.
It's just
Substack.
basically your newsletter. People have to pay for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Online newsletter.
except it's you're writing articles instead of
Online.
posting pictures. You know, I mean, you could post pictures, I
Yeah.
think, on Substack, but it's like Patreon and like a diary or like you're writing your own stuff. So it's all like articles. So like that guy. Did you hear about the Magic City NBA Atlantic Hawks promotion, Jerry?
Nope. No, not at all.
No.
So the Atlanta Hawks had a promotion recently called Magic City, celebrating the culture of Atlanta. Magic City.
Oh yeah. We talked about this during the baseball stream, right?
Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then one of the players from the Spurs, I forgot his name, he wrote in his Substack this letter, basically saying that the NBA shouldn't be promoting like collabs with strip clubs. Because of its negative impact on women and stuff. And they actually stopped the promotion. But they're still selling the sweatshirts, which are like now collector's items. Magic City, Atlanta Hawks sweatshirts, hoodies.
So can a few people have one Substack, or is it always like one person, one creator per Substack?
I don't know. I mean, if we just shared everybody's password, I think you can have as many as you want.
Because I don't think any of us would actually be able to sustain a Substack on our own. But if there's three of us that are, it's just
three lazy people might
Yes.
equal one hard worker.
Yeah.
right. But then like all the profits have to be split three ways. So
Well,
and Substacks actually do bring in a lot of money for some people.
that's where we gotta, Jerry, give me a call later.
They're gonna have a Substack with two people in it.
No, we still need you for content, Sean.
Maybe you, Jerry, and Courtney. I'm like, hey.
And Fletch.
Fletch might be good at Substack because that's just typing. There's no digital. Where is Fletch tonight? All right, let's get out of here. I think I'm okay with this face now. Before I was not.
Yeah, I can't believe you wiped it out completely and redrew it.
Yeah, I was not happy with the face before, but now this one is a little bit better. I still need to fix it, but I got to get out of here, and you got to get out of here too. So
it gets inked and colored, right? Eventually,
next week.
then,
Next week, maybe.
and the big, massive for your consideration will be put on across it.
Right. We got to start that campaign. I mean, we only have like 4 months left. If it comes out in August, you figure the red carpet. Well, it has to go into production, right? So they probably lock sometime in June, July. Like the credits.
Let's put all your covers, all the issues you've done in a big, huge wall. So that everyone can see the number of issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't get Fletch on it.
For your consideration.
So please sign up for our Substack, everyone.
So we should
give
do,
generously.
Yeah,
also, if you've chatted, you've also given us super chats, which we appreciate.
I think we should change the name of the stream from Sketch Fighters to For Your Consideration. Green Lantern. The more it gets out there, the more coverage we're going to get.
I mean, it's not going to kill them just to put your name in there in the thanks column. I mean, what is it going to cost them?
And then, do we promise to take someone from chat to the premiere? Well, that's completely out. We'll do a wheel. We'll spin a wheel and see who gets. We'll see.
Yeah, it's you and Dr. Midnight in your matching green zoot suits.
Well, but that was Marvel. I don't think DC. Like when I went to the Shazam premiere, they didn't say we had to wear red or anything. I think that was just a Marvel thing.
You do it anyway, so you're like Bob Layton, right? So you just get a new suit for every premiere.
Yeah, I could just get a green suit. Yeah. Okay.
Green suit.
Happy holidays. Anybody else? Let's raid somebody. Who should we raid? Is Amarath on? don't see anybody drawing. Does James Quo know someone we should raid?
Nobody draws anymore.
Here's a guy. Lord Spew is drawing.
Lord Spew.
Let's see.
So Brett Beam lives in your neighborhood, so you're the one that has to break
He's
his
in LA
wrist.
somewhere. I'm sure he's probably lives in Burbank somewhere, or somewhere like in the valley. Yeah, or Los Feliz. Or Highland Park.
Maybe he's renting Fletch's condo.
Maybe. We should get him the does he want to rent a condo in Toluca Lake?
You know those running figures I do with Tippy Hedren with the birds going up and down?
Yeah.
Almost all of them go to that whole Burbank, California area.
They're probably animators, huh? You think? Or people that work in the entertainment business?
But a lot of times they seem like they're like 50-year-old moms and a lot of like old Hollywood people.
Oh.
Did you ever do one of Professor X with his wheels on his thing turning? On his wheelchair turning?
How can I do that one? I mean, the whole idea is the legs move, and then Jerry's like, yeah, how about a person whose legs don't move? Can you do that?
His wheelchair, the wheels will be turning.
Is there something
yeah,
that you
I
can do to
suppose.
substitute legs, like smoke? Like, so like the wheels are like spinning so fast that it's smoke? Get to that. All right, we're going to rate this
I'll
guy,
work on
Lord Spew. Lord Spew. He's doing a bunch of sketching. Figure sketching.
Do Stiltman, and he goes up and down instead of, running.
Okay, happy holidays.
Bye.
Happy holidays.